Hey Kelly, sorry it's taken me so long to upload this video, but this is my Booker's Booktube Newbie tag. Woo! Okay, so first I want to say I love your hair. I love it so much. Like, I have like all this hair, all of this hair, all of this is mine. Real hair, okay? And I want to cut it off, but I don't have the guts to cut it off, so can I just ask you before I answer any of the questions I'm supposed to be answering, can I ask you, how did you get the courage to cut off your hair? Like, was it long before? I just don't. And where did you go to get it cut off? Like, I will drive all the way to wherever you're from and get my hair cut there because I love it. So, that's the first thing that I want to say in my Booktube Newbie tag. Okay, number 1. Why did you start this channel? Well, I was on YouTube one day and I saw something about books and I'm like, love books. So of course I'm like attracted to it. Let me come over and check you out. And I saw that there's an entire community for booktubers and I felt like I belonged. I already ran a book themed blog, multi-fandom of course, but in some movies, but mostly books. Okay, book nerd over here. And that's why I wanted to start this channel. So yeah, number 2, what are some fun and unique things that I can bring to Booktube? Well, I don't think I myself can bring anything, but me and Kelly can bring like a unique channel. Nobody else really does the whole vlogbrothers back and forth, answering each other's questions, getting to know each other through Booktube. Because like I said before, we don't know anything about each other, so this is kind of really exciting experience for me. What are you most excited for? I am most excited to get to know Kelly, and I think she said the same thing about me, so I guess this is sort of like a flashback to her episode, but that's what I'm most excited for. Why do you love reading? Well, my entire family always read, and I feel like I got my start there, and then in elementary school, they had an AR program, and it was like, you had to read, and then you got like prizes for it, and I hated reading then, so I guess I had to read then, and I hated it, and then I think I found a book, I can't remember what it was called, it's like something about a cliff or something, it was really like mysterious and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this book, so then I recommended it to a friend, and she also read it, and I guess after finding out that when somebody else reads the same thing you just read and you can fangirl about it, first fangirling experience, I got more excited about reading, and I just kept going. What book or book series got you into reading? Well, sadly enough, not sadly I guess, but the Click series. It was the first series I ever read. I read it completely out of order because I'm nuts like that, but I read it out of order and I loved it. I was obsessed with it. I had the whole like Clicktionary thing with the dictionary, and I used to sit down and read them in like a day, and it was like the first series I ever read. So I guess Click series is what got me into it. I guess it was the fact that they had their own little world, and I grew up in a small town, so I don't know what it's like to live in a big city and have friends like that. So what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Well, I don't want to monopolize any booktubers, so instead of saying that I have a favorite booktuber, I'm going to ask Kelly a question. And my question is, I don't know, I should think of these things before I start filming. That's it. Kelly, do you like Doctor Who? I just got done with season 3, episode 6, I think, but the beginning of this thing, I started on the episode where Shakespeare's in it, and I just opened my Shakespeare book to Love's Labour's Lost, so that reminded me of that episode. So Kelly, do you like Doctor Who? I can bring Doctor Who to Booktube, right? It's not like off limits because it's not a book. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, so question number 7. What challenges come with this channel? Well, obviously, since it's been like 3 weeks since I uploaded my last video, the challenge is actually finding time to upload videos. I just got a promotion at work, and Kelly's been so nice about being patient, but I just I have to find time, and that's my problem. So I'm hoping when I have a more structured schedule in college, I'll have like an exact time each week that I'm going to do an episode or something. So don't think that our channel's always going to be like this, so sporadic. It's going to level out, I promise. Now I want to answer a question that Kelly asked me in her last episode. She asked me, what was the book that changed my life, that was most important to me? Well, a lot of books changed my life, but I have to say that I think the Delirium series really, really changed my life. When I was reading Pandemonium, Lauren Oliver just wrote it, and I know it seems so cliche to just pick like a series that everybody's read, but when I was reading Pandemonium, Lauren Oliver's so real about what it's like to starve, what it's like to not have luxuries, and I don't know, that changed me, I guess. Not even just starving, it was everything. Like, I don't know what it's like to be bullied. I don't know what it's like to have a fatal disease. And it's just the fact that she wrote it so real. And it was the first book that I'd read something so real and just like punched you in the face that impacted me so much. And as my writing style completely changed, because everybody likes to write, or I like to write like creatively, sometimes on my own, I don't know, and it just completely changed. I started over. Like, my characters were so frail before, and that book inspired me to make them so much more real and so much more like important to the reader. So yeah, I guess that was it. Well, Kelly, I want to ask you a few more questions, but I can't think of any because I didn't prepare for that. I got it. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, what book or book series inspired you the most, and what did it inspire you to do? So like I just said, Pandemonium inspired me to make my characters less fragile, more real. What book series inspired you to do something, and what did it inspire you to do? So this is me signing off. Everybody subscribe down below so that you can keep up with me and Kelly's story as we get to know each other. And I promise that it will be a lot more consistent. And we're going to do book hauls, TBR lists, book reviews. One of my next episodes is going to be a dorm room haul because I'm going to college this fall. Woo! So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time. Bye!